The news just coming in, taking to social media site X, Ministry of Defence writes, and I quote, consequent to the ceasefire and airspace violations, on night of 10th 11th May, Chief of Army Staff General Upendra Dwivedi has reviewed the security situation with army commanders of the western borders. General Dwivedi granted full authority to the army commanders for counteraction in kinetic domain to any violation of the understanding reached vis-a-vis DGMO talks of 10th of May 2025. And for more on this, DD India correspondent Nandita Dagar joins us from New Delhi. Nandita, with regards to this update, it seems guns have fallen silent, but the vigil continues.
Yes, in fact, Shubhendu, the army has just tweeted, as you read out, that our army chief, General Upendra Dwivedi, has interacted and held a meeting with the northern, western and western army commanders, the top brass of the army, which is responsible for the protection of our borders in J&K, Punjab, Rajasthan and Gujarat. The outcome of that meeting is that full freedom and full operational authority has been granted to these respective commanders, the regional commanders, to respond effectively and appropriately whenever, in case Pakistan breaches the agreement that was reached yesterday between our two directors generals of military operations. As you know, that agreement was reached at 5 p.m. Had come into effect at 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time, but around 8:30 p.m. Last night, that is on 10th of May, 8:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time, we saw that ceasefire violations through heavy caliber weapons, shellings, mortars, etc. began along the LOC in Kupwara, Baramulla. There was in Srinagar and in areas such as Poonch, Mender, Rajouri, and on the frontage in the frontier states of Punjab, Rajasthan and Gujarat. So hence, the Indian Army is at an all-time alert, vigil, in case Pakistan does not remain true to its words, because its past history and a history of more than 75 years proves that it is not a trustworthy, responsible state. If it reaches an agreement with the agreement is reached between the armies, and still last night it resorted to shelling and artillery, mortar, and firing with heavy guns, heavy caliber guns,
right,
then India has to remain at an all-time alert and high vigilance level. That is also something that the Air Force has clarified, Shubhendu, in a tweet at around 12:30 today afternoon Indian Standard Time. The Indian Air Force actually has said that it successfully executed all the assigned tasks in Operation Sindoor with precision and professionalism. All these operations were conducted in a discreet manner, aligned with national. Yes, please. Yeah.
Right.
Can I?
Sure, you can complete that point. Yeah.
Yes, I also wanted to tell you, Shubhendu, that there at 6:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time, a briefing is being scheduled of a combined briefing by our armed forces, which includes the Army, the Army, Navy, and Air Force. Who exactly is going to brief amongst these services is not yet known. Yet, the Air Force has clarified, since the tweet of the Air Force said that the operations are still ongoing, a detailed briefing will be conducted in due course. It says the operations are still ongoing. So that befuddled and confused many people who believe that even the Air Force is still in operation with its fighter jets and air defense weapons. But the Air Force has come out with a clarification in the last half an hour and said that the Air Force meant by this that it is maintaining vigil, alertness, it is monitoring the situation, and therefore it remains operational. It is not to say that the Air Force air defense guns or etc. or any aerial conflict is currently going on. That is not the case. Also, Shubhendu, let me also clarify that since today morning, Pakistan has, it seems it has adhered to that agreement that was reached yesterday, and currently peace or there are no current hostilities on
Right,
the ground.
Nanda, in fact, that update we've been
border
sharing,
areas.
and we'll be on the standby for that press conference that you mentioned. But for
Thank
now,
you.
thank you for joining us with those updates.